Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for Monday, December 7th. So, here in the U.S., we recognize this as a day of remembrance for the sacrifices made um, at Pearl Harbor for our nation. And so it made me realize, I was thinking about it this weekend. It made me realize this December is a month of recap where we recap the entire year, specifically the last 5 months, the last half of the year. We think over, we look back, we do a review, like a State of the Union address. We do a State of the Union of our last 5 months, of the last 11 months of the year. It's a recap of that, a remembrance of that, a learning from that, and preparation for where we're going. I am just so in prep mode. I know a lot of us use the month of December to just nesty plunge our lives and just chill and relax. I am strongly urging you to make this preparation mode for January of 2021. So here's what I was thinking. Not that we just recall. Thank you for all who are jumping on and joining me. Hello, Rhonda. Hey, Elliot, YouTube. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are calling from. Speaking of YouTube, go subscribe. Look, let me tell you something real quick, and I'm gonna get back on my point. There's this saying, I know we say it down south, and I'm sure other people say it around the world: closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths don't get fed. If my purpose in life is to my life's motto is, if I cannot make a difference in someone's life, then I've wasted mine. My um my goal in life is to impact lives, because I know that we can all become the best version of ourselves. I know that. Even though we don't always do that, we don't always I know that there's not even no hesitancy. There is no hesitancy whatsoever. So here's my point. If I want to impact all those that God allows to come into my sphere of influence, then part of that is, there's this thing called social media. Mhm. Where you can reach people across the nation, you can reach people across the globe, and not even leave your home. There's this thing called the YouTube. So I said, well, Holly, people don't know if you don't ask them. Closed mouths don't get fed. So I asked, hey, go out there and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you get anything from these, go subscribe. Do you know I got about 3 or 4 new subscribers? Okay, so I'm gonna say that very often. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Hollie Kelly, Holly with an IE. You know how to spell it, and the YouTube channel pops up. Subscribe. Okay, but listen, this is where I'm going. Remember that though, closed mouths don't get fed. And they don't, and they won't, and can't nobody. Have you asked? Have you just asked? Have you opened your mouth and asked? Don't presume that somebody should be reading your mind. Well, they should know. Have you asked is the question. Okay, now on back to what I was talking about. But, we still remember December 7th, 1941. We remember and we honor those who sacrificed and gave their very lives for us. They gave their lives for us. And so it made me remember, as we are remembering 2020 and preparing for 21, are you living anything? Is your life a sacrificial life? Is it a giving life? Is it an encouraging life, so that others will remember you? Others will think on you about when they're going through hard times. You are the face that pops into their mind. Your face pops into their mind. What have you given? Can anyone look back and say, oh, wow, oh my goodness, Rhonda, every time I get weak, I just think of Rhonda, because that sister just goes and goes and goes through hard times, difficult. Okay, can your name fill in the blank? Can your face pop into somebody's mind? My mother, Nerlene Davis, is a woman like that. My mother, Dorothy Mayhill. Okay, Miss Dot, these are women that come to my mind when I am, this is when they especially come to my mind. When I am sick, physically sick, and I'm, not feeling well, but I've got things to do, physically, I would be inclined to say, oh, I just can't do it. I just don't want to get up and I don't feel good. Those two women in particular, their face comes into my mind because they have been strong women who did what they needed to do through pain, through hospitalizations, through weary times, through brokenheartedness, through they did what they had to do. They continue to do. And so they come to my mind. My question for you is, does your face, does your name come to anyone's mind when they need to be strengthened, when they need to be picked up, when they need to be, popped around, when they need a rod in their back to be strengthened to go on and do what needs to be done? As we look at this day of remembrance, does your mind, does your face, does your name come to anybody's mind? Or is anyone encouraged? Does anyone say, oh my goodness, he made so many sacrifices for me, I got to keep going? Okay, because if not, we need to, as long as we've got breath in our body, we still have an opportunity. Now would be a good time to start living a life, not talking about it. You can make your mouth say anything, not talking a good game, living a life where somebody years from now will be able to say, I almost was ready to give up. I was tired. I was through. I was done. And she came to my mind. I remember watching her. I remember watching her life as she just kept going and she kept pulling. She changed her thinking. She changed her mindset. Her whole life changed. And look what she did. She brought others along with her. I'm here today because, okay, does your name, does your mind, your face, does your name come to anyone's mind when they need to keep going, when they need encouragement, when they need a good laugh, when they need to feel loved? Okay, we're talking about the day of remembrance. December is the month of remembering, learning from that, and preparing. If we got breath in our body, we've got time to prepare and change some things so that you will be the one that they think of. Your face will be the one that comes to their mind's eye. Okay, that's what I got for you as we go through. Think about that. Think about those who mean that much to you have encouraged you along the way. And then think about, will anyone think that of you? If not, you just got time to change. You got time to make a difference in a life. You got time to make an impact in a life. Okay. Join me here Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 a.m. out here in Cali time for us early birds. Hello, Paulette. Okay, so think about the question as you continue preparing. If you did not get me last week, you need to back up to those 3 questions you need to ask and mandate an answer from yourself as we prepare for 21. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay. Mwah, take real good care of yourselves in the meantime.